We're in the middle of our very first boat delivery.
And we've got wind! We're gonna do some sailing! Yeah!
It's our friends Katie and Craig's 47-foot trimaran named Supernova. And it's a new boat for them, and we're the first to take her out to sea after a pretty dodgy hurricane season. And as with all seafaring voyages, we've encountered our fair share of challenges.
There is a wrap on the Genoa because the sheet isn't quite long enough.
Or we're not getting our true wind speed, and the knot log is not working.
This eye is supposed to be attached to a bolt on this car. Oh, there it goes.
But together, we've made a lot of repairs and we're ready to head back out to sea. Well, almost.
Well, we have got some catching up to do.
A lot's happened since we last talked to you or picked up the camera. We had all the boat projects. You know how it goes. They just kind of extend and then they extend and they turn into like a 3 or 4 day saga. We have them all fixed. Everything's done except for one, which is the Mainsail issue. And Craig and Katie, they hopped on their flight. They are in Scotland now and they dropped off Yosh. So we have a boat dog.
We have a boat dog!
Yosh, the cutest boat dog.
Yep. Her name is Yoshi!
Yay! Yay! We're gonna go on a sail.
But first, you're gonna fix that sail.
Yes. All I have to do is take this one off, run the line through here, put the car on, screw it into the mast. Voila!
Voila!
Hopefully that fixes everything. All of our problems are fixed.
All of them!
All of them.
And it starts with that, right?
Yep. All these knots to get to this Dyneema line to pull it through the head of the sail and
Be the cute puppy on the boat.
Oh, you're gonna have to stop. Crew has arrived.
Crew's here?
Crew's here, we gotta go to the dock.
All right. This is a bit of a thing.
Yes.
Just watch.
Ready?
There we go.
Yep. So funny because at first we were like, wow, very cool, like dinghy setup, but the way that it sits on there, you have to get it out so far. So I'm a little on the fence. I think there could be some tweaking done. They just got the platform for it. Not the platform, but the holsters for the dinghy. So I think they'll probably do some modifying before it's all said and done. Again, new boat for them, so they're still kind of working out lots of things. And look at me, I found a curling iron for the first time in years. Okay.
Getting it down is the easy part. Getting it up. Whew.
I'm gonna let you run with that one. So you heard that right, crew. We are taking some patrons on this passage with us because we were talking to Craig and Katie as we were doing everything, and they were like, you do you. If you want to invite somebody along or have people on the boat, don't feel like you can't, because you totally can. We trust you. Go for it. And of course me, I'm like, mistake. But we've had a couple of different patron meetups in Charleston and here in St. Augustine, and we've invited 3 patrons, and we're going to be filling up these cabins. Boat is going to be not at capacity, but almost. But it should be a good time. We're just going from here to Miami. Weather's looking decent-ish, but no matter what, we will have a good time. So you're gonna get to meet some people. Each one so individually fascinating. I'm excited to get to know them better, enjoy a beautiful sail, and enjoy this beautiful dog. So excited with the dog.
Don't jump. Oh, current!
Bye, Dragon! There's like a 3-knot current flowing right now. Okay, I guess I'll...
This is the magic right here. This thing is coming off. So everybody look excited.
Woo! Woo! Yeah.
Okay, we are through.
How does that not chafe on that? Okay.
I'm gonna send him an email and tell him I think your system is gonna work for our sail, but that's,
Yeah, but that needs to be...
it should last for our sail.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it for 3 days. I'm worried about it for...
Forever.
Yeah.
Can you hold that one?
Absolutely.
She got to set her bag down, and now we've already put her to work, so... Welcome to boat life with the Wynns.
Yeah. That's just boat life.
Yeah. All right, so everybody meet Suzanne.
Hello, everyone.
You haven't met yet.
No.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
They saw my backpack maybe as I arrived.
As you
And
sort of arrived and we missed, or I missed.
Suzanne, tell us where you're from and a little bit about your sailing background.
sure, I currently live in Melbourne, Florida, which is only a couple hours south of here. But before that, I lived in Atlanta and Birmingham. And so I have been sailing for roughly 20 years, and I mostly race, but I have done some cruising. I race on J24s and SR Max and several kinds of double-handed dinghies, 420s, C15s, FJs. But yeah, I own a J24 and a Hobie 16, and we have a C15 in our garage.
Wow. And are you hoping one day to go bigger? Is that how you kind of came across us?
Yes, a little bit. Actually, I came across you, a friend of mine, right when you were moving from the RV to Curiosity 1. He said, these people are learning how to sail and buying a boat and going South World. I think you would like them. And so I started watching y'all then. And yeah, maybe one day. Right now we're happy-ish down in Melbourne. Will loves his job, so we're here for a little while longer. And yeah, maybe one day we'll get off and set sail. It is fun. We've done cruises to the Bahamas several times on cats and monohulls.
Nice.
First time on a big trimaran.
Okay, ours too, don't worry.
Okay.
And you decided to take a very last minute invitation to come sailing with us to Miami. So
Yes.
Why come and sail with us to Miami?
Because why not? Looks like a lot of fun.
Perfect answer, exactly. Well, welcome to the crew.
Thank you.
This setup is totally different for me, and I'll be interested to see what you think about it when it goes up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what all these lines do.
A lock, and then I'll do a figure 8 here with the little tiny tip, if I can.
Sure you are.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. We have great faith in you, don't worry.
Okay, just put the camera down. There's 2 little graphite pins, so be careful. Just keep an eye out. Whoa, shizzle.
What was that?
Okay. That's scary.
That's it, it's on.
That's it.
Oh, congratulations, you didn't screw it up yet.
Yeah, we haven't raised the sail yet. Okay, I'll put the track back on. Whoa! Holy crap, that almost torqued out of my hand.
Oh.
There was a lot more torque than I expected. That would have been bad.
Thank goodness that one piece was removable.
Yeah, that's pretty genius. Thank you.
So what do we think?
It's so odd the way that it's like the car underneath pushes up this top car, and until the mainsail is all the way tight, this thing, it's just kind of free floating in there. Yeah. That's called NEEL or something.
I know. Hey, Phil, answer on a Sunday?
Yeah. In France? A little foreshadowing here because my instinct was right. It isn't rigged properly, but unfortunately, we don't discover this until much later. I just replaced the one part and put it back exactly as it was. Remember how much trouble we were having getting it up and down?
Oh, yeah.
These cars are tight.
Do you think they need to be lubed?
I don't think lube's gonna fix it.
All right, well, okay, time to get the second set. Are you welcoming committee? Say hello, Yosh. Are you happy? Yay, more people. Oh, look. Yay. Oh, Yosh.
Get it?
You're crazy. You're silly. You're silly.
Oh, that was precious.
Already working the Instagram. I like it.
Everything is content.
Introduce yourselves. Tell us where you're from and how much sailing experience you have or don't have.
Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Joe. This is my wife, Kara. We're from Lexington, South Carolina, and we have inland lake sailing experience.
We being he.
On
I have
a
none.
Top Cat catamaran.
I have riding experience on the catamaran.
So this will be your first passage,
Yes, first
Yep.
passage. Yeah.
first
for me.
open ocean experience period.
Yeah, for me. Yeah.
Well, you've had a few monohull experiences
Oh yeah, I guess that was in Below.
in the Gulf
Yeah.
and in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay.
but barely got, I mean, we didn't really go like very far. This is new.
So are you excited or are you nervous?
A little bit of both, honestly. I'm a little nervous. I get motion sickness a lot, so.
I'm super excited. I
Very
packed
excited.
for this 3 weeks ago.
That is true.
We will get to know them better but we've got to get a move on because we've got to provision. We've got to go into town. We've got so much we have to do before the sun goes down. So we're going to get at it.
Oh, we're filming this.
Yay! No, just now.
Oh.
You guys live here or you're on vacation or what?
No, we are on a boat.
Yeah, what are we doing?
We're on a sailboat.
That's nice.
Yeah, we're gonna sail
Jealous.
to Miami tomorrow, right? Tomorrow we're leaving?
Yeah.
It's too cold up here. We gotta go south.
All right, so what was that earlier comment, Jason? It's
Getting it up is hard. Getting it up is very hard.
I didn't say it.
Yoshi!
Okay.
Okay. Honey, we have to coordinate. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2. Okay. Yay! You're so impressed and ready to go sailing with us, aren't you?
I really like the part where you lay down and just like stick your feet straight out. That's my favorite.
Watching the like non-coordination, like no, we gotta coordinate this.
Monday, about 9 o'clock-ish, you see the wind is coming in like this. This is on gust, by the way. So this should be the maximum amount of wind we have, about 15 to 20 knots. Thursday's pretty nice. We'll have a good anchorage there on Thursday. And then Friday, when you guys leave, will be great for Miami. 5 knots. We drop you off and then we have hell to pay.
Oh, yay.
But you're good. That's all that matters.
Whoop, you better do.
Yes, you want one of these? Okay, sit down. Sit.
Oh, okay. That's Fort Pierce. So it's like
Fall.
right here.
Oh, here.
That would
Good
be
girl. Okay,
tomorrow.
you take that. Yes.
No, Tuesday morning.
Good job.
I could search the world, would I be happier than now?
We'll hold it while it's coming out so it doesn't like stop.
What if I
Yeah.
get hurt? What if we don't work it out?
Cherries and walnuts.
Quick bite before we take off. It is an absolutely beautiful morning. Let's hope it stays that way all day. But everybody has had breakfast and coffee and showers. It's been a nice leisurely morning. And now we are getting ready to take off. We have all kinds of squirrely wind that has been predicted. So we could be in for an absolutely beautiful sail and it could end up being not so nice out there because it could shift really quickly because there is all sorts of stuff happening with the weather right now. Freezing storms and everything else. And so we don't know what's gonna happen, but we're headed out to sea. Plenty of places to duck out. What could go wrong? She's saying it's basically straight ahead, so she's probably going to want you to just slowly kind of motor that direction.
It's a tight squeeze.
There we go.
That's her spot, so she likes to sit up here with whoever's up there.
It's perfect. I just saw you. Where did you go? Yes. Oh, they're way over there. Oh, right in front of us. Oh, dang it. There's dolphins all around us, but they're playing hard to get this morning. Little stinkers.
There you go, okay.
Yeah.
dead honest. One, for pressure on the sail, but two, so we don't get the batten stuck in the lazy cap.
Goodbye, St. Augustine.
Is this boat coming in?
No, he's under sail, so he wouldn't come in with the sail up.
Yeah. How you feeling, Kara?
All right so far. Ask me again in about 30 minutes.
Hopefully in 10 minutes we'll be out of this.
Okay. Ride that Bronco.
You know, I used to ride horses, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're the one out there. You're like, yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah!
We got a big one coming, Kara.
Okay, I think we're getting close to the point where we can turn.
Sails are gonna
Yeah.
fill on this side. Are you open over there?
Probably ready.
So now what we're doing is we're just looking for those tails to fly.
Okay, so go to neutral.
Neutral. And that's that.
And this is where things start to go awry.
It might go into it might go into standby, or it's still engaged.
We're still at 140. Rudder limit close. So it doesn't like how much pressure we're getting. Is it just too much pressure?
We only have 18 knots of wind. It's not like, that doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, but look at the angle that we're at too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Something's.
I don't want to.
Every time we try backing off the engine, the autopilot starts to round up, giving us a rudder error, which means something isn't balanced right. After a lot of adjusting and analyzing, we decided the main just doesn't seem right and we need to take a reef.
So now you can do the reefing.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. Now you'll slack the main. But you'll need to tighten up the yellow and black one first.
Yeah, I can't see that at all.
Yeah, I got you. That's good.
Okay. More main down
More
or
main, yep.
down?
Down.
It's a conundrum.
Yep. Don't get it. Doesn't make sense.
We're in a tight spot.
So we just lost a jammer.
And not just a jammer,
This is the main halyard.
which
We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Take it off, run it through.
Yeah, we can run it through a spinnaker
And
then
always run it to this winch
only on this winch.
so that it's more in line.
But if it's on this winch, then we can't have the Genoa out. We got a lot to figure out. Let's just say that. Hold up. This is a learning moment for us. One of the very specific instructions the owners told us was, don't place the Genoa sheet in the cam cleat under load. Meaning, while we're sailing, the sheet must always stay on the winch, leaving us with an inboard winch for working the main and for reefing. But what we didn't know is that the jammer isn't designed to take a side load. So when we went to reef the main, it busted. Hindsight being 2020, the way to avoid this would have been to first furl in the Genoa, reef the main, and then pull the Genoa back out. It's a bit ridiculous, but it would have avoided us busting the jammer. My personal preference would be to install a deck organizer, which would solve the side loading issue, and I'd replace the cam cleat with a proper jammer. That way, the winches wouldn't be tied up.
our day has not gone as planned. So there's just a lot of things that are just different about this boat. And we just can't seem to figure it out, like getting the sails balanced. We tried phoning a friend. We got a couple of tips. It's not terrible. Like, we got nice weather. It's not too much wind. Like, we can figure it all out, so I'm thankful for that. But it's kind of like we need to get our sheet sorted before night comes. And none of us are just feeling very confident at the moment, I think, about what's happening with the boat. And that's never a warm and fuzzy feeling.
I think it's feeling manageable, but we do need to figure it out before the sun sets.
Yeah, because otherwise we're gonna just become a motorboat very quickly, which is okay. Like, right? That's the beauty of it. Like, end of the day, we can become a motorboat. That's just not what we're out here to do, though. So, yikes. Okay.
Talk to you in a little bit.
Well, updates.
We have dropped the sails. Our wind has completely died. We were predicted to have 10 to 20 knots of wind, and we have 3 knots of true wind right now.
Not true wind.
Oh, apparent wind, that's right. Our knot log doesn't work, so we don't know what our actual true wind is.
Good news is Craig and Katie got us in contact with a couple of different people at NEEL, so we've been able to kind of chat with them and talk about the boat and what things are supposed to look like and how they're supposed to work. And it sounds like maybe there are a couple of issues with the main that we need to fix, and that's why we're not able to get correct shape, and we can't balance the sails, which means the boat isn't like holding a heading very well, and it wants to round up. Anyway, it's just not balanced. And I feel like now this is our second sail, and we're still just, it's just not getting out of it what we want. So I feel like before this is all over with, we're gonna figure this out, and we're gonna get this boat sailing proper and gonna have a great day. Just probably not today. So for now, we're a motorboat.
About 7 knots of speed, and we have our everything up. The main is reefed, and we still haven't been able to get the trim quite right on really either of the sails, and we have to keep our motor going to hold the track. So I think there's just some settings we haven't quite figured out. Potentially when we get to Miami, we'll be able to sort them out, maybe do a little sail inside the protected waters and see if we can't sort it out, get our autopilot tuned, do a bunch of those things that need to be done, and maybe that will help. We have one passenger who's going to be leaving us. We're going to duck into Cape Canaveral, drop her off. She's not doing so well, Kara. It's tough. And I totally sympathize with her, and Nikki sympathizes with her because Nikki has to go through the same thing sometimes with me. But yeah, so about midnight we'll be rolling into Cape Canaveral, drop her off, and then hopefully be back on the water by 2 o'clock sailing further south. This wall of clouds makes me a little nervous. What will that bring tonight?
How's it going?
Good. We have about a quarter of a tank of fuel. Now we are going to do 2 rounds of jerry jugs because the fuel filling system on this boat's a little bit difficult. I don't want to get fuel anywhere, so we're doing this thing.
Thank goodness for the electronic pump.
Exactly. And we will have
Makes life
3/4
so
of the
much
tank
easier.
when we leave. That'll be enough to motor all the way. Hopefully we don't have to.
Gotta be prepared.
Gotta be prepared.
Yosh, how are you? Are you good? You ready for another whole day of this? Oh, that does not look... She's all, say what? You want to go for no?
What you talking about?
What a good model.
Do you want to go? You want to go to sea? You want to go back out? That's not convincing. Yosh, how do you feel about passage? Do you like being at sea? This was a good talk, Yosh. Good talk. Yeah, good job. Are you feeling confident about it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, well, there you go.
It'll be okay.
Yeah. It can't be any worse than it was.
Exactly.
Heel.
Okay, so you want me to slack?
Yes, please. Okay. Got it.
Okay. Ready?
Yes. May have shortened it too much. Somewhere halfway in between.
Yeah. So meet in the middle?
Yeah, I think so.
How do you feel about that? Good.
Only one way to know.
Yep. Okay. I'll let her down. Ready?
Ready.
Well, at least we don't have the same buckle.
Right, it's got a little one, but then when it comes closer to the mast, make it all be in line.
Yeah, I agree. Let's give it a go.
Okay.
Okay, nicely done.
Woo.
Woo.
Climb in the mast again.
Yeah. I will bake you a cookie.
Yes, I'll take a cookie.
You're upright, and you look like you're feeling so much better. You look like a real human.
I feel like a real human, even though Jason did ask me if I was a real human. I actually feel like one today, so it's a step in the right direction.
Ooh, yes. Okay, now because you've been feeling awfully awful, I have not put a camera in your face because that would
Could have, but
oh, yeah,
I know.
spared you on that one. But I wanted to, because we haven't got to properly talk about, so you have an Instagram channel, so tell me that, but
Yes.
you also have lots of other things. So give us a quick
Yes.
spiel.
Yes, all right, so my elevator pitch. My Instagram, all of my social media is Kara Robinson Chamberlain, and the reason I have it is because when I was 15, I was kidnapped, assaulted by, and escaped from, and identified as serial killer.
Are your parents home?
This is my friend's house.
Wait. Escape.
Do everything that I tell you to do.
Survive. Wait. Escape. Survive. Escape.
That was 20 years ago, and in the years since, I've used that experience as well as my work in law enforcement to help educate people on what it means to be a victim, how to treat victims so they can transition from victim to survivor, how to heal from difficult things in your life. And I try to do all of that on all of my social media channels, all of my content that is created. I try to do it with authenticity and vulnerability. So this whole trip has been a practice for me in those things.
Because this was like your first like longer stint on a
Real
boat.
sail. I mean,
yeah.
well, sail. Well, it was my first. It was my first longer trip on a boat, other than like kind of out and back. And I knew that I got motion sickness, and so I was like, well, I'll try it. It might be okay. Maybe if I take some meds, I'll survive. I did survive, but it was not enjoyable. So, I really, one of the things that I talk to people a lot about is how to kind of get past things that may be triggers, or if something's difficult, what do you do? And I try to encourage people to kind of like push through them, like run towards the storm. And so I was like, I'll do that. And I was humbled really fast and learned that sometimes you have to know how to bail. And as Nikki reminded me, not just know how and when to bail, but know that it's okay. Like, give yourself the ability and the grace. And it's like something that I knew and that I've been telling people, but I really got a lesson in my own lesson in the last.
But you also, you never know until you try.
That's right. You don't know. And I had all the tools, and then I had like a support team, like you guys took care of me, my husband took care of me, and so I had people to kind of catch me when and if I fell. And so I think that is an important aspect of like doing something difficult, doing something a little scary. It's like having that support team in case you do fall apart.
Yeah.
In case you're hugging a bucket for hours at a time.
And feeling awful, right?
Feeling
yeah.
awful.
But and it's okay to bail, like, because you realize it's not going to get better. It's not for you, and it's okay to be like, so I gave it a go, and now I'm out.
And I think the funny thing for me is I was laying up here on top of the boat, and I was like, I want to get off right now. It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. But knowing that I still had to persevere. Like I couldn't bail in the middle of the ocean. So it's like, you just have to wait. Sometimes you do still have to push through it, and like sometimes you're miserable, and then you get to a safe place where you're like, all right, we can get off now. And
Did it help once you knew when your out was going to be?
it did help a little bit. Yeah, it made it easier because I was like, all right, I only have this number of hours left, and so that was helpful.
You're light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Oh my
And now
gosh.
I'm fine because we are not moving very much, and I've had coffee and toast, and I feel okay. Because it's just, it's like childbirth for me. Like childbirth, it was like really, really, really difficult, and then the baby comes out, and you're like, oh, it's all over. So like as soon as we stopped moving, I was like, oh, I'm not sick anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and you're like, oh, we could maybe do this again. No, just kidding. Yeah.
Like, maybe I could try again later. It might be fine next time. I'm like, I'm narcissistic. Like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
What am I thinking?
Take a break. We'll give it a go on another day.
Yes.
Maybe another boat.
Yes.
You never know.
Hey, who knows what the future holds?
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh. Post-breakfast cleanup.
Breakfast had, fueled. We are
Deck
ready
rinsed.
to- Sail fixed, maybe?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Probably better.
Can't be worse.
Yeah.
Bucket wash, ready for the next use.
You got the trash can that's been everywhere.
Oh. Hugged mostly by Kara.
It's been Osprey tacos.
Yeah. Oh, well, Joe, thanks for joining us.
Thank
It's
you
a
for
bummer.
having me so much.
Bummer you have to leave, but I totally get it.
Yeah.
Can't send a sick wife off on her own.
I don't think I would be a decent husband if I did. So.
Sorry. You would still be a decent husband. He took care of me.
I know, but anyway, thanks for coming and being crew, even if it was for 24 hours.
Thank you.
Sorry we didn't get to do anything more fun and we
It's-
just fixed problems all day.
I have been looking forward to this for so long, so thank you so much for having me.
As long as you can see the camera, we can see you.
Yosh, we can't see you. You look over here.
I'm doing first.
Farewell.
And
Don't beat yourself up about it.
I'm just so frustrated because I'm like, I feel like I've missed a lot this trip because it's just been
Chaos.
a bit chaotic, yeah. And so filming has just not been my first priority, obviously. Got other important things like humans and a boat to
Sails
tend to.
and-
Yeah, but it's just like, I mean, even for that, like I had the camera there, I just forgot to press record. Duh. So I missed us getting off the dock and sad goodbyes. Anyway, whatever. It all happened. You'll just have to believe me. Okay, but we're headed back out. It's gonna be a beautiful day. We're gonna get this boat figured out. We're gonna get her sailing like a champ. I feel it. It's happening.
Got all day to figure it out.
I am determined, and now at least we've got contacts over at NEEL, so I can message somebody and ask questions, and that's amazing. So, we're getting it. Today's the day.
Hoo-hoo.